This is Darren with Gen X Paranormal Investigations. I'm going to get this video out. This is going to be a little bit different than some of our other videos. And a lot of the other ones you see us going to places where you can go investigate yourself. You see us goofing around. We are doing a real investigation, trying to find things, but we are doing jokes with each other and whatnot. But in this one, this is what we are out there trying to do. We're out there trying to help people. So this is kind of more of an account of what happened, and also we'll have a little bit of video, some audio, stuff like that. In this investigation, we were contacted by a person, Tio. He's been on some of the investigations with the team before. And our first Cold Springs jail video, he would be in there if you go watch that one. It was probably a couple years ago now. But he contacted Aaron that he was having issues where he was living. They were hearing things in their house, seeing things. One of the things was he'd walked outside and he saw somebody coming up to where their cars were parked in the driveway. So he went over there to try to find out if he was messing with him, what he was doing, why he was there. And he said, he described the person. He was a tall person. He was wearing a Civil War era trench coat with a top hat. And when he got closer, it was just kind of like a white face. There was no facial features. So Tio was kind of, nope, he was done checking that out. So he went back inside. So Aaron went out to their house. He did a little investigation, and they did a cleansing on the home. And then he set up wards on the outside to keep everything outside from coming in. And then Aaron went on to do something else he was doing. This is also right in Louisiana. And shortly after, Aaron went on to New Orleans to do another investigation, another harvest. And on the way home after that, Tio called him and said they still had a problem, that they had something in their garage workshop. It was a detached building. So Aaron basically told him he wouldn't be able to be out till the following weekend, and this was like a Monday morning. And so Aaron grabbed me on the following weekend. This is middle of September, and we went out there. What Aaron has decided to start doing when we do harvest, what he calls it, to get rid of evil spirits or energies, whatever the case may be, he wants somebody that with the equipment, so we can validate each other. When he believes he has it, we go in, we see what it looks like before he does his thing, and then what it's like after. So that's kind of what we did with this. We started doing that now on these, so with that, to kind of give us some validation. Also, with me personally, since I've been doing this with him the last several times at these different locations, I've actually can tell when something's there. I've always been able to have that ability to tell when there is something present. But now, especially if it's a darker thing, I actually get dizzy. I used to have it, more feelings when I was younger, but they say if you don't use it, you kind of lose it. But if you get back into doing this, it comes back, which it has started coming back. So we got to this location, and I went in with Tio and one of his friends that live there. This was kind of got out of there, but they were saying whatever it was in this little shop. And so Aaron basically told him to, the ward that he put around the house to keep everything out, he set it up to keep whatever was in. So they did that. So basically it was stuck in there till we got back to do our thing. So I went in with my equipment. I ran the EVP. Didn't get much. Plus, it was hard to hear because we were doing this during the day, and their neighbor was he was like power washing his home, so there's a lot of background noise. So the only thing we were able to catch on the EVP was when I was running a spirit box. Not a spirit box. It was the Spirit Talker app. So you'll hear some of those particular words. That's all we caught on it, which I'll just we'll put up the words because it gives you a record what was said. So while all three of us were in there, I felt a little bit of dizzy, not too much, but what was weird was the talker, the first thing it said was salt. Then it said growl. So I don't know if it was, since it just says words, I don't know if there was a growl, and that's the only way it knew how to say it was just the word growl. And then the next thing, I think it said sit, and then it's something with the lady in white. And it said a couple more words, nothing in particular. Though the lady in white was kind of a bigger one, because you hear that one a lot of people see the lady in white spirit, which I thought was odd with the talker, because usually, even if we don't have things going on very much, the thing just says lots and lots and lots of words sometimes. Lots of names, never got any names, which is very odd since I've been using it. So went back out, and the guys came out with me and let Aaron know this is what I got. And then I went back in using the app for, it's the Ghost Tube app called Seer. Instead of it saying words, it shows images. The energies, spirits can show you a picture instead of just saying something. I went in and almost instantly got an image. It was a very odd one, and I'm going to put that up here now. All right, this will show me what you look like. Are you freaking kidding me? Is that you? Well, that's an intriguing picture. Okay. So I don't know what to make of that one. You're in here stronger now, though, than you were a few minutes ago, because I can feel you more. Okay, as you can see, that was a very dark image that we got there. And what we also found out when they did some research, where the home was built, it at one time was a plantation. So we're thinking whatever was there was the plantation owner, slave owner. So most of them were not very nice people. And we're thinking that's what we were getting, because Tio had also mentioned that they ran some spirit talker on their own, and they were getting all kinds of, it was, being nasty to them. I didn't get that when I was there. But also right before, that picture came up almost instantly, and I felt more dizzy than I did in there with the other two guys. So I went, checked. That was the only one that came up while we were in there. So I went back out, let Aaron know this, and showed him what I got. So he went in it and did his harvest to try to capture the evil energy, evil spirit. And he did his thing. Then I went back in there to do my thing, and almost instantly, as soon as I walked in, the room felt lighter, or the whole little building felt lighter, no dizzy. As soon as I got the ghost tube seer on, I got the following image. Let me put it up on the screen. Alright, you still here? You've got to be fucking kidding. That's just nuts. I'm not busy. Oh no, whatever. Can you show me that again? Show me the same picture. Now, as you can see, what we caught earlier on the talker, the lady in white, we got a lady in white, which, if you zoom into the picture itself, the lady itself looks a little creepy, but I don't look at just that. I look at the context from what it said and the serene setting that was around it. You got the forest, the natural, the lake. It was a peaceful feeling, and I felt that in the building as itself. So I got, my validation was, I think Aaron got the bad thing, which we believe was the owner, the former owner of this plantation. And Aaron's interpretation was, since he probably would beat the slaves and was not a very nice person, he kind of believes that the owner's wife, she came in and helped them, treated them, patched them up, and that's why, you know, they were all looking for her to help, and that's what we got. So right after that, Aaron asked Tio and, you know, his friend to go in, see if they felt anything. Well, they went in, they thought it moved to the other side of the thing, and they were feeling uneasy over there. So I went back in with the talker, or the seer, sorry, not the talker, the seer, see if I got anything. And then I got the following image. You go over here. See that one there, I see it more as somebody reaching out for help and wanting help to move on. That's what I got from just seeing that particular image. So when you asked Tio's friend, he thought it was a little more dark, but that's the problem. We think I think he was ingrained, sometimes your upbringing, especially with Hollywood, everything is bad. It's all bad. Well, I don't fully believe what was still there was bad, but you can interpret it in any way you want. So you have to be careful what you bring to the table on certain things. Me and Aaron both believed the bad was gone, only good remained. So while Aaron was finishing up doing that, I went ahead and used the seer out in the yard, where Tio saw that image, or what he saw the night that kind of scared him a little bit. And then this is what I got close to the edge of the property, kind of looking off their actual property onto across the street. Let me put that one up there and I'll explain what me and Aaron both think of this one. See, in that one, all you see is what looks like a lot of, the mannequins that, tailors would use to create women's dresses. Well, you have the one in the middle and everybody's around there. Well, what Aaron and I've kind of come to believe is that was probably some of the spirits, obviously more than likely a lot of the women's spirits, are now free to move around the property. They've come back, and since what was oppressing them is gone, they can come back and move about freely without being oppressed or afraid to show themselves. So I know it didn't show actual people, but the seer uses AI, so it's just an interpretation. So instead of just putting a whole bunch of people there, because I've seen some of the pictures from seer, it makes weird faces on normal looking pictures. So I think this one kind of was a better representation of it for everything that we did. So I wanted to get this one out there to show that this is what we're out there to do. We're out there to actually help people. We will come out, we'll see what you have, and if it's dark, we will do what we can to get rid of it. I don't do that part of it. That's more Aaron. So there's not a lot visibly that you could record doing it, so you can't actually see it. So we don't actually record it. For the most part, if we come to your house to do anything, we do little things like we do just to get visual proof, but we usually don't show. We try not to do especially if you don't want to have your faces in your home put out there for everybody to see. It's one of those, if you don't care, we could, but we try to, keep your privacy intact. One reason we're doing this one, since Tio has been on investigations before, and I want to get this out there, so, you can contact us if you need help. Even if it's something you think is dark, or it may not be, and we'll help you explain it and help you live with it, or help it move on also, because it can be done. So our email and our website will be in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, let anybody know if they're having issues like that, and until the next one.